Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Merry Christmas. And I hope you all spent a good time during Christmas. Um, we're back with another show, another live video for strategies, tactics, and boosts for FNA class. And this week's event, of course, the New Year's event. The event where the drivers, the boosted drivers for this event are Magnussen and Latifi. No parts, and we have a very good and very interesting um, boost firework, and I'm going to buy some. I'm going to get some because it's very useful. It looks like a lot with Eclipse and dead fast, but this little bit acceleration that this boost have, maybe it will give us an edge even in smaller straights, and of course at the beginning of the race. Well, anyway, we'll see it in action very soon. um, I'm not going to include firework in this video and in these tactics. Maybe I will do it for opening and final round, and I'm not doing this. I'm not including it because, well, the event starts on Wednesday. Maybe some of you will want to wait until you decide if you purchase it or not. Maybe some of you won't purchase it, so we'll leave it at the moment. And but we are going to see a lot of it in the near future. So I am suggesting that you get some if you can, of course. So, New Year's event, and for our qualifying, here are our four tracks: Baku in Azerbaijan, Spain, Brazil, and Australia. Um, in two tracks, in the first two, we have a possibility of raining. In the other two, it will be a dry race. So let's start with our strategies for the qualifying. Track number one, Baku in Azerbaijan, and here, as we have seen other times, we can use a lot of speed in sector 3 because it's a very long straight, and speed boosts can you can get from speed boosts in straights like this 100%. So it Hats gave us 13% of raining, so we will see both dry and wet race. For our first strategy, a strategy that you can go with both drivers. That's why you see two strategies in the same line. For our first driver, we can go with two pit stops, but the stints will go 2-3-3. The first stint with a soft compound, the other two with a medium compound. So we can push a lot in the second and third stint. And for our second driver, or alternatively for our first driver, we can go again with two pit stops, but we will go with 3-3-2, and all of our stints with the soft compound. Especially for the second strategy with only the soft compound, the best boost will be dead fast, because it will give us a little bit of tire usage, and we can use it for the first two stints. If we don't have that fast and we go for Eclipse or Gladiator, then we have to be careful not to push a lot in the first two stints, or alternatively we can push in sector 3, but in sector, let's see it here, in sector mainly in sector 2, we can go on the brakes and save some tire. So let's get back to our strategy. Alternatively, we can go with one pit stop and then we can use the medium compound in both stints, and then we need Street Shark or Eternal Flame because we want some tire management, tire usage in our boosts in order to get 4 laps with the medium compound. Or we can go choose the hard compound and then we don't need we can easily get 4 laps with hard compound in Baku, but then to get the speed we need, we are going with Eclipse or Lumberjack, or maybe Hex. If it rains, the same as it is the same as in a dry race. We will go one driver 2-3-3 and the other driver 3-3 and 2, so we don't have stacking, and you can choose Hex, Exception or Samba if you want boosts with for wet races, or you can we can use Deadfast, Eclipse, Gladiator from the dry boosts, but it will work fine in rain too. So maybe many of you will say, what on earth is Exception? Probably many of you haven't seen it, haven't got it, or haven't seen it ever. It was a boost that it was given in last year on Easter, and if you still have it, I do, from last year. It's a very good boost for rain and speed, and I'm showing you this. Probably you don't have it because eventually in a few months we are going to get it again. I hope Hutch will give us the chance to purchase some more and get ready to acquire some of it, because it's a very good boost for wet races. So Hex or Samba, if you have Exception, okay, it's very good. In Hex we are going to use the speed and the overtaking. In Samba, with Samba we are going to take advantage of the fuel, because we are going with 2 pit stops. We don't care about tire usage, we have enough tire to spend, so we need a lot of fuel to push as much as we can, and Samba gives us this option. So if you don't want to go with 2 pit stops, then you can go with 1 pit stop and 2 equal stints, 4 and 4, with a wet compound, of course. And then we are going with Dragon, Koopa or Frost. It depends on how you are going, what's your style of play. Dragon, of course, will give us tire management and fuel management, and we will be able to push a lot using Dragon. Frost will give us lots of tire to push, but we won't have a lot of fuel. Okay, it's an alternative strategy. I would go for the 2 pit stops for both of my drivers, and I think not. This week, I'm going with Hamilton and Russell, so they are not boosted, and I will start not in the middle of the pack, but somewhere between 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9th sometimes. It depends on the opponent. So I will probably use for both of my drivers the strategies we are talking about here. So track number 2, Barcelona, Spain. Again, some will say that in sector 1 we have a lot of we can use a lot of speed, and some will say that in sector 2 and 3 we need a lot of grip and corners. So it's a little bit of a mixed race. Oh, and again, here we have 50% or 50% probability to for a wet race. So, as you see, we're going to see both conditions. One pit stop here. I don't think 2 pit stops are a good strategy. So we go with 3-5 or 5-3 for our 2 drivers. 3-5, it's 3 with a soft compound and 5 with a medium compound. Street Shark or Butterfly. Street Shark will give us the tire management and the speed and the overtaking to push in both stints, but we have to be a little bit careful with the fuel usage. Butterfly, on the other hand, is going to give us tire management and fuel management, so we can push more. Well, someone will say with less speed, yes, but we can push more, even on the stint with in both stints, because we will have fuel too. Well, it depends on how is your style of play. I always remind you of that. The second strategy is the exactly opposite. 5 laps with a medium compound and 3 with the soft compound. Maybe this is the best. Wait for everyone to get in the pit and then go for it. And here we are going with Nazar or downforce. We need grip. We choose grip here. I told you that some say that we can go with speed in Spain. Some say we have to go with corners and grip. So we see both of them. Nazar and downforce will give us the grip we need and the tire usage we need in order to push in both stints, and to push in the corners, on not only in the straights. Alternatively, we can go with one pit stop again, of course, 2 equal stints though, both with a medium compound, and here we don't need any tire management, so Kawai engine for good grip is our choice here. If it rains, then we go 1 pit stop, 2 equal stints for our first driver, 4 lap seats. Tune in order to have good corners and a very quick pit stop. Here in Spain, most of the drivers are pitting in the 4th and in the fifth lap, mainly in the fifth. So if we go in the pit lane for our pit in the fourth lap, we need a quick pit stop in order to push and catch them when they are going to pit. Alternatively, we can go with Hex and push a lot because we will have the tire management. The wet compound easily gets for laps in Spain. In order to use, Hex, what Hex can do, speed and overtaking. It's another approach for this track. And for our second driver, 5 laps with a wet compound and 3 laps with again with the wet compound. Char Dragon or Frost in order to push a little bit more, because 5 laps with a wet compound, it will be it won't give us lots of space to push. So with these boosts, we will have the tire management to go on the red. Some will say that we can use tune-in here, go very conservatively in the first stint for 5 laps, get a quick pit stop, and then push in all three the rest 3 laps. It's an approach. It's a good thought. It's a good tactic, and maybe you can test it. So that's it for Barcelona. And track number 3, Brazil. We were on Brazil in our last event, in Christmas event. Here we go again. Let's see what we tested, what went well, and if we are changing anything. Nope, we are not changing anything. It went perfectly well. Go fast and furious in Brazil. 5 laps with the medium compound, 3 laps with the soft compound, dead fast or lumberjack. We need the tire management from dead fast or lumberjack to go the first stint. And yep, for our second driver, 4 laps with a soft compound, not pushing, just cruising the field, and 4 laps then with a medium compound, Eclipse or Hex, and later Firework. Will do the job in the second stint. You will go extremely fast and furious, and it worked on Christmas event. Let's hope it will work again in the New Year's event. So that was for Brazil. And last but not least, Australia. It was the first race in the opening and final round, but it was a wet race. But we got some useful results, some useful results in sometimes my English doesn't help me, but I will improve. So let's see. For our first driver, we can go with equal stints with the hard compound, 4 laps each, in order not to use boosts with tire management. We are aiming, one tactic is to aim for a quick pit stop, and then we are going to choose wood for our boost. Maybe tune in, but here I think wood, because it's not it would be a dry race too, and wood gives us even faster pit stop times. Or you can go with Gin and Kavai, because Australia is not a fast race, not a fast track. It needs a lot of grip, corners. So Jin and Kavai, I think, are very good choices for this strategy. I will probably go with the second line as you see it in our table here. The one driver will go 3 laps with a soft compound and 5 laps with a hard compound, and you can go with a medium compound too if you want, but I think 5 laps with a hard compound would be easier and you can do it more easily. And the other driver will go the exactly opposite, 5 laps with a hard compound and 3 laps with a soft compound. And we will go with Taurus, Eagle or Frost. We need lots of tire management here, so we can push. We're going to overtake our opponents. We will try and overtake them when they are going in the pit lane. You know, Australia is a very difficult track to overtake. A few spots in the track, but with a good strategy we can overtake many of them, lots of them, many of our opponents when they are going in the pit lane. So yep, that was it for our qualifying. Of course, as you know, on Wednesday I'm going live for my qualifying session and I'm waiting you there. So subscribe to the channel, like of course the video, subscribe to the channel in order to get notified when I upload a new video or when I am live and doing my sessions, my live sessions, qualifying, opening or finals. So thank you for watching. I hope that this video will be useful for you for the next 3 days in the qualifying phase. And till the next time, I wish you nice racing results in F1 class. Thank you.